California has had the most expensive gasoline in the country. And now lawmakers are warning that prices could go even higher very soon. Congratulations. Not Max Gordon. Gavin Newsom. Live. Max is outside a closed Phillips refinery in Cali. Hey, Max.
Hey there, Dagan. Well, this refinery shut down back in October, and when it was operating, it accounted for a little more than 8% of the state's refining capacity. And now, in 2026, we are set to see another refinery close in California. This next one is going to be closing down in April in Benicia, California. It's owned by Valero, and that refinery accounts for just under 9% of the state's refining capacity. Republican lawmakers say overregulation of California's oil and gas industry is all to blame.
It doesn't just affect California. Arizona and Nevada also get their gasoline from our state. So you've seen their governors, bipartisan, expressing serious concerns over the crippling of the energy infrastructure in our state.
Here's where California is currently standing as far as gas prices are concerned. This is how they compare to the national average. Part of the reason for the price disparity is that California's gasoline is taxed at a high rate. The gas is also different than other states. California has strict air quality and environmental.
As you see, California is messing up again. So Valero Oil Refinery, they obviously create gasoline for California, is leaving because of the pressure of environmental standards in California. This is why when you have to look at what has Gavin Newsom done for California, nothing. Phillips has already left. That's 8%. Now we have Valero leaving next year. That's another 8 to 9% of production. Why aren't we drilling more in California? We have so much oil here that's not touched, and we have high tax. Look, 61 cents per gallon of state tax for the roads. That's really going to Gavin Newsom's pockets. It's going to everybody's pockets, and they're going to blow the money and still not even have great schools. This is so idiotic. Our gas is so much higher. National average is $2.91. Ours is $4.35. Make it make sense. This is why you have to pay attention to who you vote for and who you put into office. A person that has never ran a business, that has never did anything in the business world, should not be the head of the state. We have to start realizing we need businessmen or businesswomen to be in charge, to understand. If I have a natural supply of something, there's no point in me buying the same exact thing from another country. I have everything that I need. You know how much cheaper gas would be if we drilled in California, even if we drill offshore? Oh, the environment. Oh, the environment. There's nothing wrong with the environment in Texas. There's nothing wrong over there. Why are we wasting our money and exporting oil and gas when we have it here in California? You have to look at who's in charge. Gavin Newsom. This is the same guy that's trying to run to be president. But what you guys don't know about Gavin Newsom is this. Now he's trying to ease things a little bit for the oil industry. Why? Because he needs the oil industry to get elected for president. So we cannot let this down. We have to show America what he did to California. But the thing is, we don't have to put a whole lot of energy in that. Why? It's because everybody already knows that California is in the shit box. We pay so much money for all these things. We have all these unnecessary taxes. We have terrible landlord laws. We have everything's against progression here. They want us to stay back and lose money. Give tax to people that make money, taxing everybody. But then what do you do with that money? You know what? Look, I can only say this. If he taxed all these things, that we have the best schools, kids are going to school for free, our kids are amazing, women are being protected, you wouldn't hear a peep from me. Keep them taxes going, because look at how our youth is being. Look how our women are being protected. We have a lot of kids in our school that can't read past the 3rd, 4th grade level. We have women getting taken over by transgender. Oh, because our governor says he has an attachment to transgender, so he wants to make sure that they are okay. He never even ran a business, so how is he talking about this? The number one thing against Gavin Newsom, outside of transgenders and all that, is this. Look at the gas. Look how fast gas went down when Trump was in, and look how high gas got when Joe Biden was in office. When Joe Biden was in office, I got into trucking, and in California, diesel was $7.50 per gallon. $7.50 per gallon for diesel. That's when Joe Biden was in office. Diesel's nowhere near that. It's only higher in California is because of the state taxes. All these taxes we have, majority of it comes from California. Look, 61 cents, federal excise, that's federal. You have low carbon fuel, cap and trade, state and local tax, state underground storage tax. So you're looking at an extra $1.32 on top of the national average. People in California will love if our gas was under $3. But once again, this is what happens when you don't know business. You got to keep those people there. What else happens when, with this, who else does it affect? Arizona, Nevada. They are crying right now because they know that their gas is going to go up even more. See what I'm saying? We have a leader that doesn't know how to work with other people. He does not care. They're pushing an agenda. We have to put the ability to save money for our people over the environment. Oh, what about the fishes? What about the water? Man, if you don't drill that oil and get that, because we care about saving money, nobody cares about the environment like this, to where we're going to be losing money, to where we don't have water to help people in the Palisades. It's time for Californians to start saving money. We are no longer a destination for people to come and live. People are leaving California. High taxes, high gas. You can't have a business here. Landlord laws is terrible. Why would you want this guy in office? Like, we really are going to be turning red. I'm telling you.
Standards, and gas sold in the state must be a cleaner burning blend. Still, dropping oil prices and an increase in oil imports into California have shielded the state's drivers from any extreme price increases in the wake of the most recent refinery closure. A potential solution to increasing the oil supply in California and decreasing gas prices has come from President Trump, who wants to increase oil drilling off of the California coast. That's gotten pushback, though, from environmental groups and California Governor Gavin Newsom, who called the plan idiotic. Now, back here in Wilmington, the decommissioning of the Phillips 66 plant is currently underway. There are plans to turn it into a mixed-use development site with shopping as well as warehouse space. Dagan, back to you.
Yeah, people can go shopping there if they could just put gas in their tank.
Just have to walk.
Yeah, or they could drive there and they can just look. They could just window shop because they can't afford anything because the gas is like double what it should be because it's California. Great to see you, Max. Max Gordon. Made you laugh. Who wants this?
I
You.
do.
Oh, you do. Yeah, you're from California.
You know
God
what?
bless you.
I don't hate this. This is capitalism. Money goes where it's treated best.
Wait, you don't hate what?
That they're shutting down and leaving.
Really?
Why should they stay? If a business climate is not friendly, if money goes where it's treated best, why? Why should I force a business to operate in a state?
I think
Well, you
you were
can't
having your
force
baby
them.
when I had my tiff with Gavin Newsom over never opening up a retail business in California ever.
Oh, yeah.
Because the taxes on the fuels are a microcosm of what happens in California. If you look at labor costs and all the regulatory pieces, businesses can't make money there.
Here's the problem, and
This is what I love. That's Marcus Lemonis. He's running Bed Bath & Beyond right now, but he did been a bunch of stuff. But listen to what he's saying. It's not a good business environment for people to have a business in California. We've already had Budweiser close one of their facilities down. We have other places closing facilities down in the LA and Fontana area. We have Phillips is decommissioning now. We have Valero leaving next year. It just basically shows you that we can't have a business here. So now California is going to be basically turned into what USA was under Joe Biden. We're going to be nothing but the land of exporting. We're going to be exporting. We're going to be bringing everything in. Or importing. We're going to be importers. Bring it here, bring it here, bring it here, so we can buy it. But that's going to raise the cost. Now we're not depending on our own resources. Look, if we had taxes but labor was cheaper, we had a couple of things that were beneficial. Okay, then businesses wouldn't be mad about that. But if you have high taxes, high labor laws, more protected labor law, high insurance, There's no way a business can win. They're saying with this that Valero's claiming a $1.1 billion loss, which is actually going to help them in the long run because they're going to use that on their taxes. So that's the parting gift that California gave to them. Okay, well, we don't really care, but Valero's like, that's fine. We'll take a $1.1 million hit and we'll spread it across. So when we do move it and we make our money somewhere else, you can get a piece of it. This is what happens when you have people in office that's never ran a business, that doesn't understand that, yes, the business has to win. Because if the business is happy, the people are happy. Hundreds of jobs are being lost. So what are those people supposed to be doing if they work there for 25 years? They need 5 more years so they can get their pension or whatever they get from Valero or whatever. You get nothing because you have somebody that has so much ego. He does not want to make sure that these jobs stay. Nonprofits going to be losing money from Valero. They said Valero did a lot of, putting money into nonprofits in the area. Taxes are probably going to go up in the area. You see how this happens? People want to say tax the rich or go to give tax the businesses more. Businesses get to a point where they say enough is enough. I'd rather leave, take this $1.1 billion loss, spread it over some years, go somewhere and make that money back and then some, and I'd be okay. But who really suffers? People in California, people living in that area, people depending on those jobs, people depending on that fuel, states depending on that fuel. Everybody suffers. Everybody price goes up because the business left. We have to understand economics, man. A lot of people are going off of emotion in California. This is where we have an emotional person that wants to do things because they look and sound good. But look how things are when these companies leave. Just look at it. Wilmington, California, which is basically Carson, California. It's not going to be the same. People ain't making money. Benicia, it's not going to be the same. Fairfield, not going to be the same. These are big businesses that just up and just leave. That just tells you how bad it is that these businesses like, you know what? I quit. Shut it down. Look at Hollywood. Why is Netflix in New Mexico and not in California? Like they're major studios. Like all these people are leaving California because we have somebody in office that doesn't know how to work well with businesses to where everybody can win. If you work with a business, everybody will win. Hey, give the business tax credits. I don't care. I'm worried about the job that they're providing and the money that they're going to make for the community. Put the community and the people first over ego and environment. Why do you think the people in Palisades can't get their house built? Because of all these permits they need for the what? Environment. We're just as backwards in California. We need somebody as a governor to be red, to be Republican, to be conservative, that wants to drill, that wants to save us money, that wants to reduce these taxes on the California people. If we don't, we will continue to be struggling. People will continue to be leaving. Prices will still be sky high. And then California will be in doom. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the channel. As always, I'm going to keep this thing rocking, keep it going. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the love. Got the daily show coming soon. I'm out.